welcome back to my channel, y'all. As you can tell by the title, today I am doing a book haul. Usually I like to mention my books in my videos, like in my vlogs as I get them. I like to mention them. I hadn't really done a book haul dedicated video in a very long time, mostly because I have not really been doing a book haul worth of shopping. So I'm getting books here and there, but never enough to feel like I can record an entire video for a book haul. So actually today I can, because as you know, Bookoutlet had their $5.99 fiction sale, and I finally got the opportunity to participate and purchase books. If you guys follow me over on Bookstagram, y'all know I was talking to y'all in the stories about what books y'all buying, because I needed ideas. So I did get an order from Bookoutlet, and then I got some like one-off packages, like some pre-orders, some publisher mail, and then some gifted books as well. So we're just gonna go through all of them, okay? So here's the Bookoutlet box. I've already opened it because I got this like a week ago maybe. So yeah, I've already opened it because I wanted to make sure all of my books were there. I knew it was going to take me a while before I sat down and did this video. So let's just get straight into it. So the book, for people who are not familiar, every so often, I really can't even call it, maybe once a quarter, once every other month, Bookoutlet does a $5.99 or under fiction sale. So it will be hardcovers in paperbacks, fiction only, $5.99 or under. And so a lot of times the book community is talking about what books they're purchasing. And you know, that's a big thing, because who doesn't want to buy a book for $5.99, right? And usually you can find like very popular books and newer books on the $5.99 sale. And it really just makes me think about, how do they acquire these books? Because I know some of them come from Target, and I'm wondering, like, do the stores have like a certain amount of time that they have to keep these books on the shelves before they could just remove them? And then when they do remove them, do they like sell them to Bookoutlet or what? Like, I really want to know, because I know these books come from multiple stores, kind of like Ollie's in a sense, if you shop at Ollie's. So yeah, so let's get into the sale. So I purchased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Originally I purchased 7 books, but by the time they were picking my order, one of the books had sold out. And one thing I learned about Bookoutlet is, whenever you are ready to buy the books, like if you're thinking about it, just go ahead and buy them, because they sell out real fast. Like, what I ended up doing was just building my cart, putting every book I was interested in into my cart, and then when I was ready to actually buy them, I went and just either narrowed them down or just went based off whatever was left in my cart after whoever shopped the books stole books out of my cart. So yeah. So the first book I have is Immortal Dark, and I've seen a lot of you guys talking about this book. I want to say it's a fantasy novel. Is this fantasy? I believe it is a fantasy novel, and it's by a Black author, and I just got it off the strength of everybody else reading it and giving it good reviews. So yeah, I wanted it just based off of y'all talking about it. It's a lost heiress, a soulless vampire, a secret drenched in blood. So yeah, very intrigued. I feel like this is a book that I'm probably gonna like put in my fall TBR, you know, like around Halloween time, spooky season, if you will. So this looks like a book that came from Target, but I was super excited to get this. I think the author is actually coming out with a second book, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I was excited to get this one. So that's one of the picks. The next one is actually a trophy, and for this book actually just released as a paperback, and it was a special edition paperback. But I decided not to get it, and I had come across it plenty of times at the stores, especially Walmart, and I really, really love that for this author because it's a Black author. I came across it at Walmart, but I had already pre-ordered their second book. And of course, you guys know when the books drop, they're dropping in hardback. So I was like, no, I don't really want to get the first one in paperback when I know I already pre-ordered the second one and it's going to be a hardback. I just want them to match. So it is Blood at the Root by Ladarian Williams. I loved this book so much. Okay, I am ready to get back into this world. I actually got the arc for the second book and then I pre-ordered it, and I'm trying to think, I don't remember if I put that for my book club to read or not, but I'm super excited about reading this book. I kind of want to make this priority, like not this one, but I'm super excited about reading book number 2. I kind of want to make book number 2 priority in like August, September, once I get fully acclimated into my new position at my new job where I know I can carve out time to read. Definitely want to read that one before the year's out because I'm ready to get back into this world. The audio book for this one is so freaking good. Sound effects and everything, and you don't have to look for like a dramatic audiobook. The regular audiobook has all of the sound effects, and I really, really love this one. This fantasy novel was easy to follow, and you guys know I am new to fantasy and I'm just dibbling and dabbling and just trying to figure out what it is that I like, and I absolutely love this book. So of course I had to get me a trophy, and it was $5.99, so why not? The next one is Everything Is Not Enough by Lola. I'm not gonna pronounce the rest of that name. This one, the cover just caught my eye. I thought it was super pretty. Yeah, so I just added it to my cart because I thought the cover was super pretty. It says, follow the loosely intertwined and messy lives of Kimmy, Brittany, and Yasmin as they integrate themes of place, prejudice, and Europe. So yeah, super excited about this one. I don't know what I'm gonna prioritize this one. Ooh, it has a trigger warning. Let's see what the trigger warning says. Trigger warning, please be advised this novel discusses issues in infidelity, sexual assault, infant loss, and suicide. So yeah, this is gonna be a heavy hitter. So now that I know what the triggers are, I'm gonna kind of like wait until I'm just in that mental space to read this and be ready to cry. So when I have I'm kind of in my emotional reading mood, then that's when I'm gonna pick this one up. Next I have Blessings. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that name, but this one is one that I've just been eyeing for a long time. It was once upon a time, and I was just talking to Kiona about this at Chocolate Cover Pages. It was a time where people was not talking about this book at all, and then like it was a time where it was super, super popular, and then the popularity just died down. And I don't think it was because the book itself, I think it's just because a lot of more books was just coming out by popular authors, so the hype for this book kind of died down. And if you guys don't know anything about me, I love to read books where the hype has died down, because if it was super duper hyped, I'm going to be heavily influenced from your thoughts of the book, and no, I don't need that. So yeah, I'm so happy that this one, the hype has died down. So one of the blurbs on this one said, Blessings is a raw and heart-wrenching as it is beautiful and delicate. A masterfully executed story about love, faith, and sexuality that clenches your heart and doesn't let go into the very last page. So yeah, this is gonna be good. I feel like this one, yeah. This is a debut of a self-acceptance, sexual awakening, and first love in Nigeria on the verge of criminalizing same-sex relationships. So yeah, this is gonna touch on that topic. So I know for sure for this to be set in Nigeria, this is going to be one of those harder reads too. How many pages is this one? It's only 276 pages, so it's a short read. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. And I've been really collecting books on stories where the main character is a male, because I read a lot of books where the main character is a female. So I've been trying to collect more stories where the main character is a male, because just like we diversify our reads, we also need to know things from the other sex perspective. And so the next two books I bought, which was very toxic of me to buy them, because it's book 2 and 3 of a series. I already had book 1 and I have not read it yet. So book 1 is The Gilded Ones. And so I think book 2 is The Merciless Ones. Super pretty. These are, it's a YA fantasy series. And then the third one is The Internal Ones. And the reason why I went ahead and bought these was because I have not been seeing them in stores. And I only see them on Amazon. And for $5.99 each, and they're hardback. And the first book that I already have by this author in this series is hardback. I was like, why not just pick up the next two? And then I seen one of my mutuals reading the series, and she was like reading them back to back, and she said she loved them. So I'm excited to get into this series eventually. I feel like this is one that I want to read with baby girl, but I'm gonna check on the age range for this series. But I feel like this is one that I do want to read with baby girl soon. But I know our next read together is gonna be Tiffany D. Jackson's new book that's coming out. It's her middle grade novel, so I know that one is gonna be our next buddy read. But I went ahead and got these, so I'm excited to be able to add these to my fantasy collection. So that's all I got from Bookoutlet. I think the sale was pretty cool. I think the condition of the books was fair. They were not dirty. I had a mutual who ordered from Bookoutlet, and two mutuals who ordered from Bookoutlet, and their books were filthy nasty. And I was just so afraid. I'm like, because Bookoutlet, I will send my books back, okay? Just like when people order from Amazon, they always receive damaged books. I'll be doing an Amazon return so fast. Whole Foods will be seeing me almost immediately, because what you're not about to do is deliver me a jacked up or dirty book. So yeah. So next, this one is a this is publisher mail, and this is from Flatiron. I learned that y'all know I just be so confused when it comes to these publishers. So any of the publisher mail that I get that says Macmillan, I'm getting those books because I am a part of Flatiron's influencer program. Because I'm like, I don't remember Macmillan emailing me about any books, but then I've started noticing that like the titles are the titles that were emailed to me by Flatiron. So that's where the books are coming from. So this one is actually an advanced reader copy. I've been super excited about getting physical ARCs. And the reason why I'm super excited about getting physical ARCs is because I now have, locally, there is a free little library in my area. So after I read these ARCs, I could just put the ARC in the free little library so that somebody else can read it. Versus if I get an e-ARC, I mean, it's just sitting on my Kindle. Do y'all delete those, like, when y'all done? Like, if it's a book that y'all, by author, first time author, whatever, do y'all delete those when y'all done? Like, if y'all didn't want to keep it on your library, or do y'all just let it build up in your library, like e-ARCs? Let me know down in the comments what y'all do with those. But for me, I feel like this is the second physical copy I've received that was an advanced reader copy. And I feel like, you know, after I read it, I could just donate this to the free little library, because personally, I don't want to shelve advanced reader copies in my library. I want finished physical copies in my library. So yeah, this one is called Under a Fire Red Sky. It's a novel by Geraldine McGarren. And they got multiple books. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Believe this is a YA novel. Oh, the font on here is so small. Can't even see it with my glasses on. With World War II on their doorstep, the children of Greenwich, England are being evacuated. But on the train meant to take them to safety, 4 of them decide they aren't ready to leave home. They climb out the carriage window just in time, forging an unlikely friendship. With their school taken over by the fire service, they spend their days trying to be useful. Lawrence is building a secret machine. Jimmy searches bombed out homes for things of value, only to find an adorable mutt she can't give away. Franklin wants to join the fire service, even if it means lying about his age. Olive looks after her father, hunted by the deaths of his fellow firemen. Together, the 4 friends roam the streets of London, discovering their resilience amongst the secrets of the city. This is going to be good. I think I want to let my baby girl read this one. I think this is perfect for her to read. It doesn't release until November. So I think what I'm going to do is allow her to read this one and give me her thoughts and opinions on this one. And I think that's why I accepted this one. It's 226 pages. So yeah, I'm going to see if she's interested. If she's not, then I give it a try. So yeah, that's publisher mail. So the next book I have in this haul is actually a pre-order. And I'm super excited about this book because after reading the debut novel from this author, I was like, I need more. And when I find out she was dropping another one, I was super excited about it. So I already opened it. But this is The Girls Who Grew Big by Layla Motley. This is the same author that wrote Nightcrawling. I absolutely loved Nightcrawling. Nightcrawling was just one of those books that I adored. And if you scroll all the way back where I was doing like individual book review videos, I actually did a full book review video talking about Nightcrawling, why I liked it and everything like that. So I was super excited to get this one. I'm actually going to be reading this with my virtual book club over on Fable. So I think we're either reading it in August or September. And I'm so excited about this one. So just by hearing people talk about it, I know it's about young teenage mothers. So it says, an astonishing novel about the joys and entanglements of a fierce group of teenage mothers in a small town on the Florida Panhandle. Adela Woods is 16 years old and pregnant. When her parents discover her secret, they banish her from prep school and her elite swim team in Indiana and send her to her grandmother's home in Florida. In Florida, Adela befriends Emory, who brings her newborn to high school. Determined to graduate despite the odds, Simone, mother of 4-year-old twins, who weighs her options when she finds herself pregnant again. The rest of the girls, a group of young moms who raise their growing broad in the back of Simone's red truck. So yeah, this is giving found family, teenage pregnancy. And I know it's going to pull at my heart. I just know it is. Because teenage pregnancy, it always pulls at my heart. Especially when the parents abandon them. Like, I get it, right? None of us want our teenagers to get pregnant at a young age. But at the end of the day, that is still your child. And to just leave them to fend for themselves out in a world where they are still learning, it breaks my heart. So I know this one is gonna tug at my heart for sure. It's under 400 pages, so I'm super excited to be reading this with my book club. If you guys want to join, like I said, the link is always in the description box, and I have in the Fable chat all of the books that we're going to be reading this year. So if you just want to pop in and read this and chat with us about this, pop in. And so This last book was actually gifted to me from my mother-in-law, and I thought this one was super special. And the reason why I thought it was special was because she thought of me when she ran into an independent author. And so her and my baby girl, they went out to celebrate the Juneteenth weekend. And I'm guessing in the city in which my in-laws live, they do this big old just Juneteenth celebration where like small businesses and all of that come together, set up tents and like sell their items and, you know, have food and music and stuff like that. So my mother-in-law had called me and she was like, hey, I ran into an author. She has all of her books set up. I'm getting ready to send you pictures of the books because I want to buy you one. Let me know which one you may be interested in. So she sent me like the author's whole table set up, and I thought it was super dope. So the author name is Kenya Graves, and so the book that I had chose, she told me I could choose one, but I just chose, she told me I could choose two, but I just chose one. And it's by Kenya Graves, and this is called The Prediction. So super cool. So it has a bookmark in here, and then wow, she personalized it for me. Oh my god, she personalized it for me. That's so dope. And so I looked her up really quick when my mother-in-law was telling me about her, because obviously I wanted to know what book to pick. So yeah, she appears to be an independent author that is in Tennessee. And on the back it says, the man you seek you won't have to mold or build. He will help you grow to heights you will never imagine. But watch out, he has a dangerous side to him, and you will be caught in a whirlwind with your feet high off the ground before finally realizing what's really going on. This sounds good. This sounds good. So yeah, I'm excited about this. I've been getting more books from independent authors lately, and I'm so happy about that. Because I bought new books, I obviously need to rearrange my shelves. And so I'm going to be adding to my fantasy shelf, and then I'm kind of going to be moving books around just so that I can get everything situated. But yeah, these are all the books that I've gotten lately, and I'm super excited about them. Some of these are already prioritized, especially if I'm reading with my book club. I have one that is a trophy, and then I have one advanced reader copy. So what's that, 8 books here, an 8-book haul. So yeah, these are all the books. Some of these words are upside down. All of these are upside down. Girl, you're gonna have to do better than that. So if you guys have read any of these, let me know down in the comments if I should prioritize any other of these books that I said that I have not read. I know Blood at the Root is one that I've already read. I know I said I wanted to read Immortal Dark during spooky season, and then I have one that I'm reading with my book club. But yeah, y'all just let me know if you read any of these, how you feel about these books. Here's my haul. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, ta-ta.